Disturbing video surfaces from 2016 of Sean Diddy Combs brutally attacking his girlfriend at the time, Cassie Ventura.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no.
From going through physical and mental abuse by her partner, to reliving that moment again through a leaked video, Cassie Ventura has been through a lot. Now, in a shocking surprise, Cassie has broken silence on the leaked footage of Diddy assaulting her. Join us as we uncover the whole story. In case you've been living under a rock, Diddy Combs has been through the meat grinder lately, and the reason? Time told the truth. For those who don't know, CNN leaked a video of a hotel lobby, which became the beginning of the end of the rapper's career. In the video, you can see Cassie hastily walking towards a hotel elevator when suddenly Diddy appears out of a room wearing nothing but a towel around his waist. What happens next is just horrifying. The rapper grabs Cassie by the neck and throws her to the ground, followed by physical assault, and even throws a vase at her. Despite being evidence enough to lock someone behind bars immediately, the video gained a lot of importance because everything that happened in it was exactly what Cassie had alleged that Diddy had done back in November 2023. At that time, the rapper held his ground and denied these allegations, calling them nothing but a cash grab. He would post on his Instagram that time tells the truth. He even called these allegations an attack on his character by saying, "Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday."
You know, I've known Sean for decades, or at least over a decade. I've represented him, and I will tell you it's a shocking turn of events.
Adding to these statements, even lawyers denied them at every turn. After Cassie's lawsuit was settled outside of court, one day after it was filed, his lawyer said, "Mr. Combs' decision to settle the lawsuit does not in any way undermine his flat-out denial of the claims. He is happy they got to a mutual settlement and wishes Ms. Ventura the best." Diddy posts and comments come back to bite him. Once the hotel footage came out, the music mogul was no longer hidden. Everyone was quick to say harsh words to him, and they wanted accountability. In response, the rapper made an apology video and posted it on his Instagram. "My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video," said Diddy in his apology. He also mentioned that he is disgusted by his actions and he's seeking professional help. Meanwhile, everyone was quick to judge the rapper's apology and call it a poor PR stunt. Even Cassie's lawyers thought his apology was nothing more than a last-ditch effort to save whatever was left of his career. In a statement released by her lawyer, it read, "Combs' most recent statement is more about himself than the many people he has hurt. Coming back to Cassie, the video was painful enough to watch for us, but Cassie must have relived the whole trauma again. Imagine going through the whole situation in the first place and then having to watch it again almost a decade later. All that effort she made to recover is gone in a moment. So it's pretty understandable if she took a few weeks to break the silence finally."
Was swinging with other people, you know what I'm saying? He always had other girls in the room or another guy in the room, even with his girl Kim, and he was swinging with her.
The singer took to Instagram to express herself. In the post, she says, "Domestic violence is the issue. It broke me down to someone I never thought I would become. With a lot of hard work, I am better today, but I will always be recovering from my past." She thanked everyone for their support in these dire times and expressed that it made her younger self feel safe. She also offered her hand to those living in silence and fear. She said, "Reach out to your people, don't cut them off. No one should carry this weight alone." She emphasized the importance of believing victims when they first tell the story. According to her, it takes a lot of courage to open up about the traumas the victims go through and how powerless they feel in that situation. She discouraged victim blaming by saying, "My only ask is that everyone open your heart to believing the victims the first time."
What did you know back then, 3-4 years ago?
That Cassie was gonna come forward.
So what did you? How'd you know? What did you know about what Cat? Because
I wish
to hear
I could explain.
Yeah,
but if I explain how I knew, Cassie was gonna come forward, that could hurt some people.
Now, everyone is glad that poor Cassie is doing much better during these times. However, one question is on everyone's mind. Why didn't she call out Diddy in her response, or even mention him or the whole video directly? Well, remember the lawsuit from last year? It is speculated that both parties had to sign an NDA after the case was settled. This also was probably the reason why Combs didn't apologize to Cassie in his apology video. Rather, it was a vague general apology. But again, with every new story that comes up, it's hard to believe that the music mogul is actually sorry for his actions at all. Now, Cassie was serious about one thing: to extend her hand to other victims of abusers. Her bravery in challenging the industry giant helped many others come forward and share their own stories. Currently, Diddy has been named in several lawsuits.
Well, another lawsuit filed against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs.
In this case, a model is accusing him of dragging and her at his New York City studio.
One of these lawsuits comes from someone in the industry as well, the music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones. His allegations are pretty sickening. According to the producer, the rapper operates an illegal and fraudulent enterprise. He mentioned in his complaint that he has irrefutable evidence of A, the acquisition, use, B, the displaying and distribution of unregistered illegal firearms, and C, the solicitation of workers.
Get my business straight with them on this album, but the truth is they're not playing fair. They hit me on below the belt on so many situations. Just dealing with this. It's the contract that they give me and the offer that they gave me was just disgusting. The producer fee.
That's not even the end of it. According to the producer, Diddy has a long history of exploiting the talent associated with him. He would go on to tell about the encounters where Diddy and even tried to coerce him into getting favors from Stevie J. Jordan. The worst part? When he tried to reason with his chief of staff, Christina Coram, she simply said, "You know, Sean will be Sean." The rapper in his signature move denied all these allegations, and his lawyer said, "Mr. Jones is nothing more than a con man, shamelessly looking for an easy and wholly undeserved payday." Adding to the statement, he said, "We look forward to addressing these ridiculous claims in court and intend to take all appropriate action against all who are attempting to peddle them."
What did you know back then, 3-4 years ago?
Gonna come forward.
So how'd you know? What did you know about what Cat?
I would have it explained.
Yeah.
But if I explain how I knew Cassie was gonna come forward, that could hurt some people. Which is why the last time I sat on this blue couch, I said what I said. Congratulations, young Miami. Run as fast as Cassie did.
Speaking of courts, the feds are on Diddy's tail, and they are hell-bent on bringing him to justice. The U.S. Department of Justice plans on calling all of Diddy's accusers before a grand jury in New York. Already, multiple witnesses have reportedly been contacted by the authorities. Could this be the reason Cassie finally broke her silence? Because she finally felt safe after the feds contacted her and assured her safety? Well, it's hard to say for sure right now. But what we can say with confidence is that the authorities are serious about bringing Diddy and his associates down. Earlier this year, Homeland Security even raided his 2 mansions in LA and Miami. You see, Diddy is being investigated for human terror, narcotic smuggling, and other organized criminal activity. During the raids, they seized every electronic device in hopes of obtaining evidence. They have found something, given that there are preparing witnesses for a trial.
They went in tactical as they were instructed to. They didn't know they was raiding Diddy's house. The higher-ups didn't tell anybody because they knew, with Diddy being a Fed informant, that he had people in the force and they wanted to make sure that went through legit. So they ain't tell nobody whose houses they was going to.
Once again, the rapper's legal team denied everything, calling the raids nothing more than a witch hunt. In his statement to an outlet, the lawyer said, "Yesterday, there was a gross overuse of military-level force, as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs' residences. There is no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities, or the way his children and employees were treated."
We came right in the middle of the convoy of about 40 undercover law enforcement vehicles before they even put up the crime scene tape.
Now, the question remains, What did the authorities find during their raids? Well, so far they have refused to share the details and promised to do so in due time. However, given the number of people coming forward with their own stories, you can just imagine what proof is in the Homeland Security's possession. Especially if you consider that the rapper was notorious for making videos without the victim's knowledge and then circulating them in his circle. Was Cassie's response appropriate, or should she have been more aggressive? Will Diddy ever regain his reputation? What do you think? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more.